There we go.
Not too many foreigners in the Isles in the olden days. Greetings, Watcher.
Your miners are dead. Not one of you knew a troll lived there?
We'd heard mention of it, but
But greed won out over reason.
not your place to judge us. What about the troll?
Left him in peace. Advise you to do the same.
Turn card, you mean? What kind of monster slayer are you? Out of my sight. Oh, that one.
I got 50 coins for it. Not quite the 300 I'd wanted, but well, actually I got 100 coins, but still, it's not what I quite wanted, but still. I can live with it. During one of his many escapades, Geralt happened across a diagram of a powerful item that once belonged to the legendary witch of the Bear School. So I had to investigate further, hoping there's more where that came from. During his travels, Geralt came across a well-worn letter. It could have been folded and unfolded many times by someone who often found reason to refer to its contents. Let's go and turn some of these things in. There we go. Let's turn up here. We'll, I think I'm gonna call it quits now, Nemo, for today. I think I've recorded enough.
I am.
And you.
What is it?
Retrieve the property you lost.
Even Geralt doesn't know how to say it.
Thanks be to Freya. Where'd you find it?
Cool.
Northern part of the Isle, near the whale cemetery. Don't ask me how it got there, long story. At any rate, don't need to worry about the thieves. They won't steal ever again.
Your reward. Sure as hell earned it. And a lot of bit more from myself. If cool you'd not been found, I'd have had to wash the shame away with my own blood. Where are you going?
They're very dramatic here.
Friends we show hard, foes we show hard.
Oh, watch your strut.
Actually, think about it, I'm surprised we can gallop here. Normally they're very strict about, you know, galloping in a city.
These continental dandies call us fucking
Even gallop in the keep.
What's this?
It's, adornment. I engraved it.
Melt this blade and forge it again. A sword for cutting, not looking pretty.
Alright. Though it is odd that the armorer is making swords.
Swords need thumping.
Greetings,
You.
White Wolf. I suspected you'd come by. Bah, I was sure of it.
Oh, yeah?
The best stocked armory in all Skellig is right here at Cairtrolda Castle. Everyone knows it.
I'll gladly see for myself.
Oh, I have to get stuff here, don't I?
Give them all a careful look.
For the Master Smiths.
What do you think? Who will be the next king of the Isles?
Hjalmar, clear as day. Lad's brave and generous. And from Croc's own line. No better claimant.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Okay. Ooh, there's something here. Undvik armor. Okay, slightly better. Well, 1 point better armor-wise, but so much resistances. 10 to monsters, 10 to elemental, 40 to slashing, 35 to bludgeoning, and piercing. I would lose 130 hit points, and 5% chance to return damage, but I would gain a hit point, and huge amount of resistances. But it is heavy armor. It would be a lot slower, or it would hinder me in some capacity. I think stamina regen. So I am a little hesitant in getting it. Ooh. Ibrahim Savi's first map. Second map. Third map. Fourth map. Damp Moldy Notes by Hieronymus on the Witcher Elgar. Written on parchment by Hieronymus on the Witcher Elgar. And the Imperial Brigade Armor. 20% Ard sign intensity, 180 armor, and 40 piercing, 35 bludgeoning, 40 slashing, 25 elemental. Christ, that is incredible. How expensive is it? 569, and it requires level 30.
So long.
May your axe never crumble.
Can't talk to the blacksmith, can
Mind
I?
your manners. Swords need thumping. Mind your manners.
So you're back. Was right, wasn't I?
So long.
Swords need thumping.
I have no idea how to deliver this to him.
Interested in
Now
the
I can
weapon?
talk to you.
There's a tail
Couldn't
behind
really.
every item I've got.
Finally.
Think I have something that was meant for you.
Thought it was
Letter
just
from me
background to
mum.
character.
Says here me sis was bringing it. How'd you come by it?
Came across some bodies in the woods, victims of a monster attack. Found this letter on one of the dead. A woman.
Singer's dead. Ah. Told her and Mom so many times. Come over. Live with me. No. Had to stay on Pharaoh. I gotta send someone to fetch your body.
I'm sorry.
Thanks for bringing word. Not every man will go to the trouble. Here, take this.
So yeah, 20 coins. Nice.
clue what to give her.
Maybe a nice little axe. Pretty like.
Axe? Are you serious?
Why not? I'd like it.
He's, you know, letting them know what to get him for his birthday. Okay, let's have a look at these new items. After the discovery of marks relating to the Bear School of Witchers in the ruins of Castle Tursak, Professor Timstein sent me to prepare a map similar to the one prepared by a carrot indicating the various locations in the archipelago where these symbols occur. Professor Timstein was of course correct in his suspicions, quickly found such locations and marked them on this map. Abram's turn map. I'm charting a direct course to the spot where we commenced our study, the ruins of Castle Tursak. As I travel, I've been marking additional locations with the bear symbol I've discovered. Which I have discovered. Written in an unsteady hand. He's still following me. His second map. Following Professor Timstein's instruction, I'm studying the remnants of the wait, 1 second, folks. Hey, folks, and I'm back. Sorry about that. Following Professor Timstein's instruction, I'm studying remnants of the presence of witches from the Bear School. I've discovered more and more locations marked with their bear symbol. Naturally, I've marked each on this map. I have noticed something disturbing. For some time, a certain strange gentleman appears to have been following me. He stays at the same inns and roadhouses as I, sticking close to me like a shadow. I've decided to return at once to the place where I began my research, namely the ruins of Castle Tursak, to meet with the other members of the expedition. Fort map. The map is damaged and covered in blood. Hard to decipher which locations are marked, and a portion of text is legible. The ruins of Castle Tursak. This is where we made our first findings. I should be safe there. Bloodstains, covered in blood. It's weird that they sell this given the fact it's soaked in blood, but I'm glad they did, because we now have more places marked. Some of the improvements to the Wolf School, School of Wolf Gear are hidden in the School of the Wolf Gear. Yeah, I keep feeling like I'm reading wrong. Are hidden in the Scalig Isles. Algar left them in the central part of Ard Scalig and in the ruins of 2 watchtowers, one on Undvig and one on Spikeroog. Want them to be available for witches who need them and are clever enough to find them. I'm surprised no one else has gotten them. I suppose they're typical and pretty dangerous places. Algar hid further improvements to the equipment used by the School of the Wolf in in various regions of the Scalig Isles. He put some in a wooden fort in southern Ard Scalig. Another set he hid in the ruins in the western portion of Hindersfall. A third stash was hidden in the burial mounds found in western Ard Scalig, which I think I already found. I found already chunks of this gear, so pretty happy with that, but there's still a bit more to find. Toussaint, a duchy out of tales of fantasy and wonder. When a traveler from the northern realms first crosses the border into Toussaint, he at once feels as though he stepped into a land ripped straight from the pages of a fantastic fairy tale, with no inclement weather there, for even the winters in Toussaint are mild and sunny, with only gentle calming breezes and not even a hint of a gale, with no hunger, for the trees and bushes of the land burst with ripe and juicy fruits all year long. You'll know no loneliness, for each and every soul he encounters will treat him like a long-lost friend. He will not find a single backwater of dullness, boredom, or inquietude in this overflowing stream of marvel. Toussaint, the wind rages in torrents, music plays ceaselessly, and everywhere the air is filled with the sound of birdsong and the twittering of beautiful maids, who are never stingy with their ample charms when a handsome knight comes a-calling. The capital of the duchy, Beauclair, is an architectural gem, full of glorious elven monuments, delicately soaring towers, masterfully carved reliefs, and atmospherically mysterious ruins. Only the rare sun in a field of black, the odd gold and black. Only the rare sun in a field of black, the odd gold and dark stain on an otherwise pristine edifice reminds one that this land... Only the rare sun in a field of black, the odd golden dark stain on otherwise pristine edifice, reminds one that this land, this fable incarnate, is a vassal of Nilfgaard. Winter Spirit. Sage notes. Day 3275. Final conclusions regarding the lamp. My experiences with the magic lamp unequivocally confirm that by using its active sensors of condensed spiritual energy can be coaxed into contact and communicate a limited set of the being's lost memories. And that by using it, active centers of condensed spiritual energy can be coaxed into contact and can communicate a limited set of beings' last memories. Our Dorans remains, however, amid an entirely inert spiritual energy, despite the violent conditions of her death, which should have strengthened the desired tendency. Lara remains silent. At this point, further research on lamps enabling contact with the dead seems utterly useless for my purposes. The Chronicles of Redania. Vandink the Elf. Despite one might conclude from his moniker, not one drop of elven blood flowed in King Vandrick's veins. They called him the Elf because of his exceptional beauty, and for the great admiration he felt for the Ain Shahid. This fascination, seemingly harmless, would have horrible long-term consequences. King Vandrick, spitting in the face of all laws and customs, chose his wife as a half-elf, and one of low status at that, known as Beatrix of Cover. The fruit of this regrettable and short-lived mesalliance was Falca, who later fomented bloody revolution against her own father. Though this uprising was ultimately extinguished and Falca herself burned at the stake, the young state was thereafter thrown into chaos for years to come. Elven sages. Many think Ain Shevhern, meaning sage, is simply the elder speech term for sorcerer. Yet to equate a sage with a common practitioner of magic is akin to considering an only drafted private, hay sticking out of his breeches, a witcher's equal simply because both wields swords. I want to make a point here, but I've stated everything. Remember that blog post I posted back in Witcher 2? Yeah, my mind kind of drifted back to that. I've said my piece there. I want to kind of reiterate a point. You know, the equation between, because Geralt can do magic and the other guy can do magic. Yeah, but I shouldn't say, I'm saying too much. I'm actually nervous about that blog post anyway. I feel like maybe I shouldn't say anything, you know, but... You know what, if he can say his piece, I can say mine. You know? You know, he put it up on a public forum. These issues with people responding, he can get fucked. A sage wields magic, true, and does so with greater skill than even the most accomplished of human mages. The great renown and regard in which they are held, however, comes not from this skill, but from the other truly rare abilities they possess. Nothing is secret for an elven sage. They see both past and future as easily as the present. They have mastery over all the arcane of magic, as well as every domain of scholarship. They're the only ones who understand the nature and operation of the so-called Elder Blood, and the gene of Laradoran. They guard this knowledge jealously. How numerous are the elven sages? In my life I've only met one, Aida Amin of the Blue Mountains. She might possibly be the last representative of this mysterious caste. It is true I've encountered a mention of a male elf who might also belong to it. But as of this writing, I've been unable to confirm this. The elven guy that was friends with Ciri, probably him. Tome of the eternal fire, holy tome of the eternal fire. The fire protects. Whosoever shall stand in its light, him no evil shall ever harm. The fire cleanses, like a wound puffed up with dirt and pus. And so too must a soul inflamed with sin and vile deeds be burnt clean. The fire cannot be contained. Whatsoever lies in its path shall be burnt. Whosoever raises a hand against it shall be reduced to ash. The fire illuminates the darkness. The evil that in shadow lurks shall be revealed in the fire's harsh light, and punished in its smouldering embers. Whosoever hides his guilt and lecherous works in darkness shall stand naked before the devouring flames. The fire illuminates the darkness. The evil that in shadow lurks shall be revealed in the fire's harsh light, and perish in its smouldering embers. Whosoever seeks to hide his guilt and lecherous works in darkness shall stand naked before the devouring flames. Let us pray, brothers and sisters. The fire enlightens, burns and cleanses. The fire protects, warms and lights the path. The fire exposes, incinerates and destroys evil. Bandit's notes. What's that, dear Papa? You're kicking us off the family plot? Younger sons are good-for-nothings who deserve a mess of porridge at most. You're going to give Jollifer everything? We're to go make our own sorry way in the world? Wow, we went, Papa, we went. Now we've our own plot. Sure, might be a hill barely sticking out of the bog, a few trees and some rushes. No crops we'll take here, but we don't mind. There's no room for us in the fields. So now I guess we'll never touch rake nor hoe again. What's that, you ask, Papa? How we plan to live? I'll tell you. We've never met with much good from our fellow men, so we've decided to repay the favour. Either they'll give us what they want, or they'll end like you, Papa. You and your dear Jolfer, with a knife between your ribs. Okay, I've read enough for now. I'm going to try and get, each set, read a few, but I'm going to call quits here and go read something else. Actually... read this. The Lonesome World Guide to Spirug. Though Spirug is not the most frequently frequently visited of the Scoia'tael Isles, one cannot deny it has a certain inescapable charm, particularly bewitching in the snow-capped peaks towering over its southern and western shores. Spirug will surely please lovers of the martial arts. The northern portion of the isle is home to a famed arena where local warriors test their strength in the no-holds-barred bouts. South of the arena lies the village of Svorlag, home to the clan Brovkvar. Located on a picturesque bay, Svorlag is particularly lovely to visit in the summer. Located on a picturesque bay, Svorlag is particularly lovely to visit in summer and around the feasts of Beltane. South of Svorlag sprawls a I said that word before, but I keep forgetting how to pronounce it. Similarly, I keep butchering pronunciations of other words in varying ways. Primordial forest. We'll just say primordial. I know it's not what's out there, but it's close enough. Primordial forest. It serves as Clan Brovkar's chief hunting grounds. Visiting the southern portions of the isle should be reserved only for extremely experienced travelers, for they are completely wild, inhospitable, and deprived of all human settlements. The area is crawling with dangerous creatures of all kinds, described in more detail in the fauna and flora section. One should also show particular concern when traveling near the caves on the isle's coast. So, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this set, folks, and I hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comments below. That's what it is there for. But do keep in mind the backlog. The backlog. So many, few extra quests added. And, actually I can't save till these are done, I think. Just keep in mind the backlog, because there's plenty to it. I'll show you exactly how long it is now in a mo, but once this is done. Part 6? Damn. Beautiful. See, 2nd of December, 2018. Yeah, 2nd December 2018, and this will be coming out who bloody knows when. So, sometime in 2020. So yeah, there's a fair backlog. So feel free to, let me know stuff in the comments. Just keep in mind the backlog that you're dealing with here. Just keep that in mind. So, till next time, folks. Excuse me. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you join me again soon. Till then, love and peace, baby.